We've covered work, energy, and the conservation of energy. Now we're on to section 4, which is power. Power is defined at the rate at which work is done. In other words, P, or power, equals work done over the time interval during which that work is performed. So let's look at some other equations that will help us to calculate power later on. If power is work over time, and work is force times distance, we can define power as force times distance over time. And since distance over time is velocity, we can also define power as force times velocity. The unit for power is the watt. 1 watt equals 1 joule per second. And we can also look at that in terms of kilowatts, and 1 kilowatt is 1,000 watts. Some practice problems for power. Number 1. A 50-kilogram student climbs a 5-meter rope at a constant speed. If the student's power output is 200 watts, how long does the student take to climb the rope, and how much work does the student do? So we've seen through the work-energy theorem that the work will equal the change in energy, which in this case will be mgh, because the child is acquiring some sort of gravitational potential energy. So mgh, we know that m is 50 kilograms, g we'll call 10, and h is 5 meters, so that's 2,500 joules. That's how much work is done by the student climbing the rope. Now we'll look for power. So power is defined as work over time. And we already know that the power output of the student in this situation is 200 watts. So now we see 200 equals 2,500 over time. We can multiply this over to the other side. So 200t equals 2,500. Divide both sides by 200. And we get that the total time for the student to climb the rope is 12.5 seconds. Practice number 2. If an automobile engine delivers 50 horsepower, where 1 horsepower is 746 watts of power, how much time will it take for the engine to do 640,000 joules of work? So let's rewrite this equation. Power equals work over time. Now we know that the power output is 50 times 746 because we're converting to watts. And that is 37,300. So that's the power, 37,300 watts. That all equals work over time. So 640,000 joules of work over time. Multiply the time over. We get that 37,300t equals 640,000. Divide both sides by 37,300. We get that the total time is 17.2 seconds. This has been Chapter 5 of Physics. We've covered work, power, energy, and also the conservation of energy. Thank you for watching.